Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So about 3 months or so ago, we released version 3.0.1 of the Nuxt3 module. So this is pretty much the successor to the version 2 that we had that was specifically for Nuxt2. So this version of 3.0 going up is effectively or essentially for Nuxt3, for any Nuxt3 project. About a month ago, we also added a minor release to this for some updates, but I haven't really spoken much about this module, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video here. We're going to look at installation, configuration, and also adding a basic page so that we can see what it looks like in action. And essentially what we created this module for was to make it easy for us to integrate UIKit with our Nuxt applications, and we wanted to make it publicly available so that anybody who wants to use it or want an easy way to add UIKit to their Nuxt apps, then they can pretty much just go ahead and use this. So the first thing that we want to do is to actually go to the documentation where we can find the installation instructions, basic usage, and also programmatic usage for the UIKit functions or components that are available to that framework. So we're gonna go ahead and go to our terminal here, and we're going to cd into projects. I think I have YouTube and I don't have anything in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a directory called Nuxt. This will hold our Nuxt project. As you can see here, I've pretty much gotten a new setup, so things are a little bit different. I don't have all of the stuff that I had before. Some of them I won't get back because they're not necessary. So moving on, we need a few things. I don't have npx, and this is what the recommended are. The first prioritized one that's here is for installing a Nuxt app or creating a Nuxt app, but they do prioritize PNPM, and that's something that I have because we do manage couple applications with PNPM. So that's what I'm going to be using for our installation here. PNPM is an extremely great package. I really like it. It really helps with certain things and make it much faster, more performant. So I would strongly recommend it to you guys to actually try out as well. As you can see here, we have Yarn as our primary install or package manager for this at the time of this recording at least. And what we're going to actually be using is PNPM, and it's extremely simple. The command is just changing Yarn to PNPM, and that really solve it. I do have Yarn installed, but I won't be using it for this example, but you guys can actually use that if you want to. Alright, so what we're going to do is to first create the Nuxt project. So let's go ahead and copy the PNPM command here. We're going to call this project Nuxt3 UIKit, and this should create the structure of the project extremely quickly. And we're going to do cd into here, and what I like to do is to add the dependencies and allow it to automatically do the installation as well. So when I do this, it should go ahead and pull down the Nuxt-UIKit version 3 and also do the PNPM install. So if we go over here again, as was mentioned before, is PNPM add to the package name. So we're gonna do PNPM add as a dev dependency, so want it to be in our dev dependency list, and we're gonna do a at Fedorae slash nuxt-uikit. Well, not uikit, nuxt-uikit. So what you'll notice here is that we now have the at Fedorae scope added to this. So for persons who are still using Nuxt2, what you do essentially is to remove the scope from it, the at Fedorae scope, because for the version 2 of the Nuxt-UIKit package, it's still under the normal naming convention, but for Nux for the version 3, it is now located at the Fedorae scope. So that's how, if you want to change around or whichever one of the version that you want to use, that's easy way of you identifying or using it. So let's go ahead and click on enter and have this add the module and do the installation as well. All right, there we go. So it went ahead and added the dependencies that we need. So the next thing that we want to do is actually configure this. So if we go to our get started, you can see how simple the configuration is. All we have to do is just add this to our modules list. I'm just going to copy that, and we're going to open our editor and go ahead and add here. So we're going to paste this in and save this. Gives us a little bit of formatting, and that's because I have a module or extension or plugin to format my files or my dev files. And that's it for the setup. It's just adding it to our dependency list. So what we can do now is to edit the up.view file so that we can see something. So I'm gonna delete this out here, and I'm gonna go over to get UIKit and go to cards and our card, and then we're going to go down and get ourselves a card. This one looks nice, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy this here, and we can paste this into here. And I actually want to have this centered on the page, so I'm gonna add some UIKit classes to do so. First one, we want to have this flex, and we want to have this flex middle in addition to center, and we also want this to be at the height of the viewport, so or from the height of the viewport. So that should do it. This will do some formatting because I have a formatter set up. I am going to copy this image link here, and we're going to paste this in as our image link, and that will be our cover image. We'll just change this to logo here. The title, we can go ahead and change this to nuxt-uikit. I don't think we need a date, so I'm gonna delete that out. And for this little description thingy here, we can go ahead and just copy this and paste that right. Well, delete that first and then paste this right in here. That should give us a little bit of formatting. Final thing is we can add we could either bring them to the docs or we could just put it to the GitHub page. I think that should be fine. So right here we'll just paste this in, delete that little hash. Actually want this to be open in a new window. I like to do that. So let's go ahead and do so and save. So give me some formatting, and that's pretty much it for what we'll be seeing. So there should be a card at the center of the page or in the middle. So let's go ahead and quit, and then we can do a npm run dev. And if we go ahead and should finish at that point pretty fast. So if we go ahead and do a localhost 3000, then you should see that we have our card located here. We also have our link, so it opens up or goes to page of the basic information, and that is pretty much it. So you can see how simple it is for us to integrate UIKit in our Nuxt application. This is UIKit is extremely lightweight, and that's one of my favorite things about it, as opposed to other UI libraries. And it has very great icons and fonts and stuff like that, which is just pretty simple for any application that you'll be creating as well. So that's it for this video here, this setup and configuration video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.